Life does not reward excuses. It does not care about your struggles, your fears, or the circumstances you were born into. The world keeps moving. Whether you decide to rise and fight or sit back and watch others claim the rewards of hard work and perseverance, success is never about luck, and it is not reserved for a chosen few. It is about the ones who are willing to endure, who refuse to break, and who push forward no matter how hard the battle gets. The truth is brutal. No one is coming to save you. If you want to win against all odds, you must take complete control over your life and refuse to let weakness dictate your path. Most people fail before they even start. They are prisoners of their own doubts, held back by the chains of fear and hesitation. Instead of chasing their potential, they wait for the right time, wait for someone to validate them, wait for motivation to strike. But waiting is the biggest mistake you can make. Success does not come to those who wait. It comes to those who act. Winners do not wait for the perfect moment. They create it. They understand that the mind is their greatest weapon, and they train it to be unbreakable. When others hesitate, they move. When others complain, they adapt. When others give up, they push harder. The biggest war you will ever fight is not against the world, but against yourself. Your mind will whisper every excuse imaginable. It's too hard. I'm not ready. Maybe I'll try tomorrow. But these are the lies that keep people weak. Winners do not listen to the voice of doubt. They do not allow emotions to dictate their actions. They operate on discipline, not feelings. There will be days when you do not feel like showing up, when your body and mind beg you to rest. But this is where champions are made. Pushing forward when everything inside you screams to stop, that is where true power is found. Nothing in life worth having comes easy. Struggle is necessary. Every challenge, every failure, every setback is sharpening you, strengthening you, and preparing you for something greater. But most people fear pain. They avoid discomfort at all costs. They want the rewards without the effort, the success without the struggle. This is why so many people remain average. They refuse to suffer for what they want, and instead they settle for a life of mediocrity. But those who embrace pain, who welcome hardship, who refuse to break, these are the ones who rise above the rest. Fear is an illusion. It exists only in your mind, and the moment you confront it, it loses its power. Most people are held back by imaginary barriers, scared to take risks because they fear failure. But failure is not the enemy. It is the greatest teacher. Every setback, every mistake, every painful lesson is pushing you closer to your ultimate goal. The only real failure is quitting. Winners understand this. They do not fear mistakes. They learn, they adjust, and they move forward. While others are stuck in analysis paralysis, overthinking and doubting themselves, the strong take action. And action is what destroys doubt. There will never be a perfect time to start. If you wait until you feel ready, you will spend your entire life waiting. The only way to build confidence is to take action, to step into the fire, to prove to yourself that you are capable. Every time you push through fear, every time you overcome an obstacle, every time you refuse to quit, you become stronger. Over time, this builds an unstoppable momentum. The more you do, the more you believe in yourself, and the more others begin to believe in you as well. The harsh reality is this: no one cares about your excuses. The world does not slow down for those who choose to remain weak. It rewards those who rise, those who fight, those who refuse to break. The difference between those who win and those who lose is not talent, not intelligence, not luck. It is mindset, it is discipline. It is the ability to keep going when others stop. If you want to be successful, if you want to achieve greatness, you must develop a mind of steel. You must become someone who cannot be broken, someone who does not negotiate with weakness, someone who moves with absolute certainty toward their goals. No one is going to hand you success. No one is going to knock on your door and give you the life you want. You must take it. You must build it. You must become the kind of person who cannot be ignored. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop looking for shortcuts. Stop making excuses. Take full control of your life and start moving with purpose. The world belongs to those who refuse to settle, to those who fight against all odds, to those who are relentless in their pursuit of greatness. Winning is simple, but it is not easy. Develop a mindset of steel. Treat pain as fuel. Take action without hesitation. Rely on yourself and no one else. Those who apply this unfiltered truth will rise, while the rest will be left wondering why they never made it. The choice is yours. Life does not grant success to the weak or the hesitant. It does not care about your struggles, your background, or the circumstances you believe are holding you back. The world moves forward with or without you, and those who refuse to embrace discomfort will always remain stuck. The reality is brutal success is not given. It is taken. It is earned through relentless effort, discipline, and an unshakable will to keep going no matter how hard the battle gets. The ones who make it to the top are not the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who endured, who faced pain head on, and who refused to quit when others did. Pain is not something to be feared. It is the gateway to power. Every successful person has a story filled with struggle. They have faced rejection, failure, and moments of doubt that would break the average person. But what separates them from the rest is their ability to push through, to use pain as fuel instead of an excuse. Most people see hardship as a reason to stop, to retreat, to complain. They believe that if something is difficult, it is not meant for them. But the truth is, difficulty is the test. It is the universe asking how badly you want it. If you cannot handle pain, if you crumble under pressure, you do not deserve success, because success is reserved for those who are willing to suffer for it. Pain is the price of greatness. It forces you to grow. It shapes you into the person you need to become. Without struggle, there is no strength. Without hardship, there is no wisdom. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to build yourself, to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. But most people avoid pain. They seek comfort. They look for shortcuts and easy paths, thinking that success can be achieved without sacrifice. This is why they remain average. Comfort does not create champions. It creates mediocrity. The strongest, most unstoppable people in the world are the ones who have suffered the most, who have been pushed to their limits and refused to break. Pain is not the enemy. It is the teacher. It will teach you what you are made of. It will expose your weaknesses, your fears, your doubts, and give you a choice to fix them or be destroyed by them. Most people do not want to face themselves. They do not want to acknowledge their flaws, their insecurities, their shortcomings. So they run. They numb themselves with distractions, with entertainment, with excuses. But the ones who are willing to face pain, to endure it, to push through it, are the ones who rise. Because every time you conquer pain, you gain power, you gain resilience, you become stronger, sharper, and more dangerous. The road to success is paved with suffering. You will fail, you will be rejected, you will be tested in ways you never expected. But these moments are where your true character is revealed. The average person will give up. They will let failure define them. They will let pain break them. But the strong, they will rise. They will take every hardship, every setback, every painful lesson, and use it to sharpen themselves. They will refuse to be defeated. They will refuse to accept anything less than victory. You cannot avoid pain. No matter how much you try to shield yourself from it, life will throw challenges your way. The difference between winners and losers is how they respond. The weak let pain consume them, turn them bitter, make them resentful. The strong use it. They channel it into their work, into their goals, into their dreams. They understand that pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. They know that every second spent complaining, every moment spent feeling sorry for themselves is a second wasted. Greatness demands sacrifice. It demands suffering. It demands that you put in the work when no one is watching, when no one believes in you, when everything inside you wants to stop. It is in those moments when you feel like you have nothing left that you must push harder. Because that is where transformation happens. That is where power is built. That is where the winners separate themselves from the rest. Most people want success, but they do not want to suffer for it. They want the reward without the struggle. But that is not how the world works. If you want something great, you must be willing to endure great pain. You must be willing to sacrifice, to go through the fire, to bleed for what you want. Nothing worth having comes easy. Nothing powerful is built without resistance. The strongest trees grow where the wind is the harshest. The toughest warriors are forged in the hottest flames. If you want to be unbreakable, you must be willing to be broken first. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to make this easy for you. Life does not owe you anything. The only way to get what you want is to take it, to fight for it, to prove that you deserve it. The world does not reward the weak. It rewards those who stand up, who refuse to be defeated, who embrace pain and use it to their advantage. The moment you stop fearing pain, the moment you stop running from struggle, is the moment you become unstoppable. Success is not for the lucky. It is not for the privileged. It is for those who refuse to quit. It is for those who are willing to suffer now so they can live the life they want later. It is for those who understand that every hardship, every failure, every moment of pain is a step closer to victory. If you can master pain, if you can use it instead of letting it use you, there is nothing you cannot achieve. The path is not easy, but it is simple. Embrace pain, face it head on, use it as fuel, and keep going no matter what. Life does not reward those who hesitate. It does not wait for the uncertain, the fearful, or the ones who are trapped in endless cycles of doubt. The world keeps moving, and those who hesitate are left behind. Every second spent overthinking, questioning, and waiting for the perfect moment is a second wasted. The truth is simple: action destroys doubt. The moment you take a step forward, the moment you commit, everything changes. The mind thrives on movement, and confidence is built through experience, not endless contemplation. You can read every book, listen to every speech, and prepare yourself in every possible way, but until you act, none of it matters. Knowledge without action is meaningless. The ones who succeed are not necessarily the smartest, the most talented, or the ones with the best opportunities. They are simply the ones who do. They move when others hesitate. They execute when others are still analyzing. They take risks when others are waiting for guarantees. Most people never start because they are paralyzed by fear. Fear of failure, fear of embarrassment, fear of the unknown. But fear is an illusion. It is a construct of the mind, a barrier created by inaction. The moment you step into it, the moment you confront it head on, it begins to crumble. The biggest enemy you will ever face is not the world, not your competition, not even your circumstances. It is your own hesitation. That voice in your head that tells you to wait, to prepare more, to think it through just one more time. That voice is your greatest weakness, and it must be silenced through action. You do not need to be ready. You do not need all the answers, you just need to start. Because movement creates momentum, and momentum creates confidence. Doubt thrives in stillness, it grows in hesitation. The longer you wait, the more your mind finds reasons why you shouldn't do it. Your brain will always try to protect you, to keep you safe in your comfort zone, but comfort is the enemy of progress. Every great achievement, every moment of success, every transformation begins with a decision to move forward despite the uncertainty. You will never feel fully prepared. You will never have the perfect plan, but you do not need perfection. You need progress. The difference between those who win and those who stay stuck is simple: winners act. They move first and figure things out along the way. They take the risk. They step into the unknown. They embrace failure as a stepping stone rather than a wall. There is no failure in action, only lessons. Every mistake, every misstep, every wrong turn is a piece of the puzzle. It is through movement that you learn what works and what does not. But those who refuse to act, those who spend their lives planning and waiting, never get the chance to figure it out. They remain trapped in their own minds, watching others succeed while they stand still. The irony is that failure is not the result of taking action. It is the result of never taking action at all. The real failure is never starting, never trying, never stepping into the fight. The world is full of people who had great ideas, who had potential, who had dreams that could have changed their lives. But potential means nothing without execution. A dream without action is just a fantasy. The people who accomplish the most are not the ones who had the best resources or the perfect timing. They are the ones who acted despite their fears, despite their doubts, despite the fact that they did not have everything figured out. Action creates clarity. The moment you step forward, the path starts to reveal itself. You do not need to see the whole road ahead. You just need to take the first step. The strongest individuals, the most successful people, the ones who dominate in any field, are the ones who have mastered the art of action. They do not wait for motivation. They do not let fear dictate their decisions. They do not ask for permission. They act. They move forward. They fail fast. They learn fast. And they grow faster than everyone else because they are constantly in motion. The harsh truth is that no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you success. If you want to win, you have to take it. And the only way to take it is through action. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for approval. Stop waiting for fear to disappear. Fear will never fully go away, but you can learn to move forward in spite of it. You can train yourself to take action regardless of how you feel. That is where real power comes from, not from avoiding fear, but from mastering it through constant movement. Every second you spend in hesitation is a second wasted. Every time you hold back, you are reinforcing your own limitations. But every time you take action, every time you push through fear, every time you make a move without overthinking, you become stronger. You build the kind of momentum that makes you unstoppable. The world belongs to those who take action. The rewards go to those who step forward when others hesitate. The opportunities go to those who dare to move. It is a simple rule, but most people will never follow it. They will stay trapped in their comfort zones, victims of their own inaction, watching from the sidelines as others take what they wish they had the courage to pursue. There is no secret to success. There is no magic formula. There is only action. The ones who understand this, the ones who stop thinking and start doing, will rise. The rest will spend their lives wondering why they never made it. The choice is yours. Move or be left behind. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you the life you want. No one is going to put in the work for you. The truth is harsh, but it is simple. If you want something, you have to go out and get it yourself. Most people spend their entire lives waiting. They wait for the perfect opportunity, the right timing, or for someone else to give them permission. But waiting is the fastest way to lose. Success does not come to those who sit back and hope. It comes to those who take responsibility for everything in their lives and refuse to rely on anyone but themselves. The sooner you accept that your success, your happiness, and your future are entirely in your own hands, the sooner you can start winning. Self-reliance is the foundation of power. The strongest people in the world, the ones who rise to the top, are not the ones who had the most help, the easiest path, or the best circumstances. They are the ones who knew that, no matter what, they would find a way. They never sat around hoping that someone would come along and fix their problems. They took charge. They built themselves up. They became the kind of people who cannot be ignored. While others were waiting for permission, for support, or for the right moment, they were taking action, failing, learning, and growing. They understood that the only person who could truly change their life was the one staring back at them in the mirror. Weakness is a mindset. It is built through dependency, through expecting others to do the work for you, through blaming circumstances instead of adapting to them. If you want to be strong, if you want to be unstoppable, you must eliminate every excuse. You must remove every thought of relying on someone else to make things happen for you. Nobody owes you anything. The world does not care about your struggles, your pain, or your difficulties. It only rewards those who refuse to break, those who take control, and those who build themselves into something that cannot be denied. Most people have this idea that they need someone else to succeed. They think they need a mentor to guide them, a friend to push them, or a lucky break to set them on the right path. But this is an illusion. The only thing you need is the willingness to do whatever it takes, no matter how hard, no matter how long. No one is going to give you a roadmap to success. You have to create it yourself. You have to take risks, make mistakes, and keep pushing forward even when the odds are stacked against you. You have to be willing to learn to adapt and to fight for what you want with everything you have. The moment you take full responsibility for your life is the moment you become truly free. You stop blaming, you stop waiting, and you start doing. You stop making excuses for why you are not where you want to be, and you start figuring out how to get there. There is no magic formula. There is no shortcut. There's only relentless effort, discipline, and the ability to keep going when others quit. The ones who succeed are not necessarily the smartest, the most talented, or the most gifted. They are simply the ones who refuse to stop. They do not rely on luck. They do not rely on others, they rely on themselves. The world respects strength. It admires those who stand on their own, who build themselves up from nothing, who prove that they are unstoppable. It does not respect weakness, dependency, or victimhood. If you want to be respected, if you want to be someone who commands attention, you must become strong in every way, physically, mentally, and emotionally. You must train your mind to handle adversity without breaking, to push through pain without stopping, and to keep moving forward no matter what. You must develop the kind of mindset that says, no matter what happens, I will find a way, because that is the only way to win. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, moments when the struggle feels too heavy, when the obstacles seem impossible to overcome. But these moments are what separate the weak from the strong. The weak will fold. They will look for an easy way out, for someone to save them, for an excuse to quit. But the strong will endure. They will remind themselves that no one is coming to help, that they must be their own savior. They will dig deep, push harder, and find a way to keep going. And in doing so, they will become unbreakable. Everything you need to succeed is already within you. You do not need permission. You do not need approval. You do not need anyone else to believe in you. The only thing you need is the decision to take control of your life and the discipline to follow through no matter what. The moment you stop expecting others to help you, the moment you stop waiting for the right time, the moment you stop making excuses, that is the moment you step into your power. That is the moment you become truly free. If you want to win, stop looking for someone to carry you. Stop expecting things to be easy. Stop relying on circumstances, luck, or other people. Instead, become someone who cannot be ignored. Become someone who makes things happen. Become the kind of person who, no matter what happens, will always find a way. Because the world does not belong to those who wait. It belongs to those who take. You stand at the crossroads of your destiny. One path is familiar. It is safe, comfortable, and lined with excuses. It is the path of mediocrity where the weak find solace in blaming circumstances, where they whisper to themselves that they never had a fair shot. The other path is treacherous, uncertain, and filled with obstacles that will test your soul. It is the path of greatness, the path where warriors are forged, where legends are born, and where only the strong survive. This is the moment that defines you. This is the moment where you decide whether you are just another person who talked about success or the one who went out and took it. Do you think the greats before you had it easy? Do you think the champions of this world waited for permission, for a perfect moment for someone to believe in them? No, they carved their names into history with blood, sweat, and relentless effort. They stood up when they were knocked down. They fought through failures, heartbreak, rejection, and pain that would have broken the average man. They did not quit. They did not surrender. They did not make excuses. They burned the bridges behind them and committed to the battle ahead, because the only way I was through, you have one life, one shot, one opportunity to make something of yourself, to leave a mark so deep that the world will remember your name long after you are gone. So what will it be? Will you live as a shadow forgotten in the sea of mediocrity, or will you rise? Will you fight? Will you refuse to be anything less than extraordinary? You cannot afford to waste time. You cannot afford to wait for the right moment. The right moment is now. The right moment has always been now. The question is, will you take it? You are not weak. You are not a victim. You are not meant to live a small life, hiding from challenges, running from hardship, and settling for less than you deserve. Deep inside, you know there is something more. You feel it when you look in the mirror and see the reflection of someone who was meant for greater things. That fire inside you, it is not an accident. It is the universe reminding you that you were not born to be average. You were not born to accept limitations. You were not born to be another person who simply existed. You were born to dominate. You were born to conquer. You were born to stand among the few who dared to chase greatness. The weak will say, but what if I fail? The strong will say, what if I succeed? The weak will say, but it's too hard. The strong will say, then I will become harder. The weak will say, but what if people laugh at me? The strong will say, let them laugh, I will be too busy winning. The difference is the mindset. The difference is the refusal to bow down to fear. The difference is in the decision to rise when everything inside you tells you to stay down. The world does not owe you anything. It will not give you respect. It will not hand you success. You must take it. You must demand it with every action, with every sacrifice, with every moment of relentless pursuit. No one is coming to push you. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to hand you the life you want. You are either the hunter or the hunted. You are either taking what is yours or watching someone else live the life you dream of. When you wake up tomorrow, you have a choice. Hit the snooze button and remain the same, or rise with fire in your eyes and chase the life that is waiting for you. Because the harsh truth is this: time is running out. Every second you waste is a second you will never get back. Every day you wait is a day closer to your last. There's no reset button, no second chance to relive today. If you do not act now, then when? If you do not push yourself, then who will? Muhammad Ali once said, "I hated every minute of training, but I said don't quit." Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. That is the price of greatness. Suffering now so you can reign later. You have to want success as badly as you want to breathe. You have to be willing to crawl through the dirt, to endure the sleepless nights, to face rejection, failure, and pain without breaking. Because at the end of it all, you will either have the life you fought for or the regret of knowing you never gave it everything you had. Rise, stand tall, face the world with unshakable determination. When they doubt you, let your success be your answer. When they laugh at you, let your achievements silence them. When they try to stop you, become unstoppable. You are not born to be another forgotten name. You were not born to live a life of regret. You were born to be a warrior, a conqueror, a force so powerful that the world has no choice but to recognize your greatness. So, go, fight for it, suffer for it, bleed for it, do whatever it takes, because in the end, the ones who refuse to quit are the ones who win.